we all need a break. So open up that toolbox, grab your hammer or a rake. Life is just too short, so many memories to make. I know we just got started, but I really need a break. So join me for a short one.
Now it's being recorded. We just did all of our best material. Son of a bitch.
How do you really feel?
Son of a bitch. Let's just go back.
Yeah.
So we were just saying that normally I would say at this point, it's been so long since I've seen you, but I can't say that.
That's right, because we got together last weekend in beautiful Boston.
Beautiful Boston. Oh, it was spectacular.
Oh, it really was. It was like I wanted to move. I was like ready to like buy a place and like give up everything and go to Boston.
I know. You and Michael were very like, this is very doable.
Yeah.
Doable.
If we win lotto, I mean, it wasn't, Boston's not cheap.
If we win lotto.
I just want to point out though, if you go back and read those texts, you did say 11:30.
Okay. All right. So I am going to say this to you now, and I don't think I've ever uttered these words before, but I was wrong.
Oh, don't worry. There'll be plenty of times I'll catch you in that. You'll say it again to me, I'm sure.
It was on my calendar for 11:30. My Zoom, I hadn't even set the Zoom up, but my Zoom reminder on my calendar was for 11:30. And yet all I could say this morning was I've got to be back by noon because, you know, Hannah and I are Zooming.
Right. Well, I sat here in a puddle of despair. You know, it was kind of like rocking and the tears were just coming and coming, waiting for you to, you know.
You're giving yourself a hug.
I did. I gave myself a hug.
Give yourself another one.
Oh.
There.
I almost went back to that space again, but I don't want to.
Hug it out, baby. Hug it out. Oh, good. I'm glad you're feeling better now. I'm sorry about that. I don't know what that is, but, you know.
Yeah.
We're a little out of practice because we haven't done this in quite a while. We've both been crazy busy.
We have been.
We have been. You're right.
Crazy busy. And maybe, although why are we on here today? What are we going to talk about?
Impossible. Oh, well, we're going to talk about accepting yourself, being fashion forward.
Oh.
Right.
And living in your happy place like I did.
Living in your happy place. And at this ripe old age, giving up all cares about humiliating yourself and whatever baggage you brought to the table some 40 years ago. So I'll figure out how to get that all on a banner page, but I think that pretty much sums it up. Right?
Well, it started when I sent you a couple little photos, right?
Yes. You do dig up photos. Like I don't believe.
I sound like Muttley, and I just can't.
You do sound like Muttley. So, anyways, we'll jump right into this one. But Hannah and I haven't done this in a while, and anyways, we keep talking about it, and we're like, you know, we just need to get a bandwagon. And people do ask.
Yes, all 5 of them.
Yes, we have quite a following. Quite a following.
Exactly.
But yeah, but it all actually started many, many years ago, and. Somebody's birthday. Was it somebody's birthday?
It was. Oh yeah, it was Ja's birthday.
That's birthday.
And
the bowels of a Chinese restaurant in Chinatown, in New York. I was frightened the whole time. It was like going into a mob boss's den down there, and I know there was no escape hatch. So once you were in there,
you were definitely stuck there. I mean, we could have been there forever, like, you know, prepping vegetables and stuff. Yeah, we could be.
Oh yeah, absolutely. In fact, I think they did. That is where they stored the Mugo of Guy Pan or something like that, because they kept coming in and getting stuff, and there were quite a few of us, and we were packed pretty tightly in there. But as tight as it was, maybe you and Seal had done an incredible job of putting together
it was Carol helped too. I don't remember who put it together, but I came up.
You know who put it together, and it was you. And
just a few photos.
It was a photorama, And a lot of them were really stunning and beautiful, and they were great pics of, us in college days and, you know, kids stuff. And I'm walking around the table with Peter, who's still trying to adjust to this group of people. And all of a sudden there's this picture, which we will put up. And I basically just turned all shades of red. I'm like, oh my God, oh my God, oh my God. And I am positive there were cameras in that room that night. You were sitting there in the corner like this, just waiting.
My whole family was. My kids and Michael, we were all waiting till Kevin sees the picture of himself.
I have no doubt that the whole Scarabin clan was just like waiting until I get around that table and found that picture. And it was like, oh my God, oh my God, oh my God. So anyways, that was many years ago. That might have been 20 years ago. I don't know.
That was more than 20 years ago. Oh, you mean the party? No, the party. It was her 50th? I think it was her 50th. So I think it was like
12 years ago. 12 years ago.
And you hadn't seen the photo in a long time.
I'm not even sure I knew it had been taken. I
don't know. You're posing that. Knows you were getting your.
Why did I not become a runway model? Why?
I don't know.
I had it all. I really had it all.
It was hot. It was hot.
So, anyways, I see the picture. It's hideous. I'm devastated. Hannah has achieved one of her big goals in life, which was to humiliate me and with all of our friends. So that made
Let's be clear, as you would do for me tenfold given the opportunity. Let's be honest here.
Okay, I'll give you that. All right, fine. That's a done deal. But so anyways, many years have gone by. That picture I assumed had been burnt or...
I thought I'd lost it. Truthfully, I thought I had lost it. And I was so bummed because it's classic.
Classic. I think we all hoped it had been lost. I had forgotten about it until, last week. Yeah. Whoop, there we go. Oh, guess what? Thank God. Look what I found. I'm like, oh, no. Oh, no. Yeah.
But it proves that picture I took of you that other time where your legs look all giant like you have elephantitis, that you don't.
Okay, we're going to put this picture up, but I will say this. The only good thing about this picture is what Hannah just said. Basically, it's the only photograph she has ever taken of me where I do not look like I have elephantitis. Okay, I don't know. There's something on her camera. Clearly, this was before phone cameras. She must have had a legitimate camera that didn't have a filter on that said, blow his legs up and make him look like,
First of all, there were no phone cameras back in those days. No, I mean, that was a good old Instamatic.
It might have even been one of those ones where it's on 3 legs and you put the thing over you and slide the glass in.
Yeah, the giant, right. Put the glass. Yeah.
So anyways, this picture pops up and there's no other way to put it. PTSD. PTSD. Beginning to end.
My kids and Michael were just like, what? Look how skinny he was. I'm like, yeah. You weighed like 10 pounds.
If.
You were like 6'2" and 10 pounds, right? How tall are you actually?
If it had rained and I was wet, I'm 6 feet.
Yeah.
But yeah, if it had rained and I was wet, I might have weighed 10 pounds. And I weighed that until I was about 33, maybe 30.
Really?
Yes. Yeah. I remember thinking way into my 30s, like if I just could weigh like 170 pounds, I'd be so happy, thinking that was an unachievable goal. Goal achieved many times over. Yeah.
No, you don't want to be that thin, though. You don't want to be that thin.
No. And I've told you that I have bumped into friends, like even a couple on instances, high school friends who do the double take, like, oh, Kevin? And I'm like, yeah. And they're like, oh, wow.
What do you say after the, oh, wow?
You've put on weight. And normally that would be nobody would say that to you, but then they always come right back and go, oh, you look so much better now.
Oh, that's nice.
Is it? Is it?
I'm trying to make a positive out of this. Just I was using my best therapist.
I'm going to give myself a hug. Yeah, I needed that.
But now let's be clear. I did follow it up with another photo.
Which was very giving of you. And we both know that we would never do what we're doing here a couple of years ago.
A couple months ago.
No, a year ago when we started doing this.
We
both gave in to, who cares? Who really cares? Right. But yeah, so Hannah sent this fabulous photo of her cheerleading days.
Yes, I was a cheerleader. It's a confession.
If only they were moving cameras back then. We had some video clip that we could show.
Oh, I was really an amazing cheerleader. Just amazing. And cheerleading such a big thing at that school. Like it was like,
oh yeah.
No. No, it was not a big thing. My parents were mortified. And in fact, my whole family never only came and saw me cheer once because it was like such a family disgrace that I was a cheerleader.
Oh.
But that's okay. But just because I look like an axe murderer.
You look, I'd have to say if there was a scale of a school spirit, you might have been on the lower end.
You think?
I think
I know.
I'm just saying. Maybe it was an off moment. Yeah.
You're standing on my leg.
Might as well just be good.
Yeah. Now I think a little bit I look like the kid who's gonna, become a mass murderer or something. But
and we have that photo. We have the axe murderer photo.
This was her as a cheerleader. And this is...
Actually, now that we're talking about it, I do have a bit of a retrospective to share. Oh yeah. So anyway, that's why we wanted today. This was our get back in the seat, and we realized
share the truth.
No better way to do it than completely and utterly humiliating ourselves, which I think we've accomplished.
I think so too.
Those amazing photos. Oh, God.
Just get a little bit to get to know us.
Yeah. No, the deeper inside. How do we get here?
You didn't have a deeper inside. You were too thin to have a deeper inside.
No inside. I now think about it. I mean, not that I want to go that far back, but I'd take half a trip back there. I could go a little closer to that.
Yeah.
It's pretty wild. But so anyways, we're helping
back.
people. We're back and we're helping people.
So join me for a short fun. I promise you a laugh. If you can sit here,
I'm now sitting in my therapy chair.
It does look relatively substantial.
Yeah, it's from my office. I gave up my office and now I'm sitting.
Oh, that's right.
So I can also therapize you on this.
Oh, please. As if I need therapy. Does anybody
I started this by bringing you back to your early childhood, to your skinny days.
Does anybody have their crap together more than I do? I mean, please. Please.